Cats. Just when we think we have them figured out, they do something completely wild. It might be hard to believe, but a cat's genes are 96% identical to a tiger's, sharing the traits of all species in the feline family. Why did one of the world's most dangerous predators trade the wild for a life in the suburbs? How much of their wildness is left? This video explores cats like never before, following their historic journey from apex predators to the couch potato in our living room. In this video, we'll discover how wild cats became popular pets and global internet stars. We'll explore how a kitten's cuteness is the key to its success, and learn how cats aren't quite the loners we thought they were. The cat has a story to tell, and it's crazier than we imagined. The story of the cat, the cute response. Cats, they are complex individuals, aloof yet affectionate, quiet but wild, domesticated but supposedly untrainable. That's because, despite living alongside us for thousands of years, in many ways they are still wild animals, and we admire them for it. Around the world, there are 3 times as many pet cats as there are dogs, and they are considered the most popular pet on the planet. How is this combination of killer instinct and cuteness the key to the cat's success? Let's start with the cuteness. Cats are often praised as the most adorable animals on the planet. That's no accident. It's all down to a feature of their biology. There are many reasons we find kittens so cute. They're small, vulnerable, furry, and playful. But their faces also have some very special features that trigger a response in humans called the cute response. To see how it works, let's try changing the image of a kitten. First, we'll lengthen its snout to make it look more like a typical mammal. We'll see it becomes much less cute. And when we shrink its eyes to match those of a typical mammal, we now have an animal that isn't cute at all. And then you see, if we adjust these features back to the original, they immediately become adorable again. Why do we find those big eyes and that small chin so appealing? It reminds us of someone close to us, our own babies. They have similar features, and as mammals, we are hardwired to respond to that. Both kittens and babies stimulate our brains to release a feel-good chemical called dopamine. It's the same hormone released when we fall in love. New research shows that looking at cute kittens or babies makes us more careful. We perform tasks more meticulously and precisely. It's part of our nurturing instinct and makes us want to care for them. It's so deeply ingrained in our psychology that even children's teddy bears have been changed to look more like kittens. In the Victorian era, teddy bears looked like bears. They were replicas of actual grizzly bears. But then it was discovered that teddy bears with big, round, cat-like faces sold better than those with realistic bear faces. YouTube videos have turned them into the most popular phenomena. But what's behind this feline attraction? The first reason we see so many cat pictures on the internet is that they are very cute, with their adorable baby-like faces. And they're very playful. Both of these things make us want to watch them. But it's not just about being cute. Puppies also have baby-like features, but videos of dogs don't go viral as much as cats. It's thought that this is because of their facial expressions. Dogs are eager to please us and have a complex set of facial muscles that make it easy for us to read their expressions. Cats have far fewer facial muscles, so their faces are less expressive. This means we can decide whether they're happy, grumpy, or indifferent. When we watch a video or look at a picture of a cat, we can project all sorts of states onto it. That's why it's so easy to caption cat pictures, like the cat meme phenomenon. Whether on our screens or in our laps, kittens appeal to our most basic biology, triggering a chemical reaction inside us so powerful that we can't help but care for them. We want them on our screens and in our homes. But all cats have extremely sensitive hearing. which means they can hear things we can't, sounds at very high frequencies. To simulate this, scientists conducted a hearing test. Here is a recording of a male and a female mouse. A cat would surely enjoy this feast. We can hear it because the sound has been slowed down 5 times. This call is ultrasonic. We can't hear this frequency, but cats can. The speaker is hidden at the back of the room and is used to play high-frequency sounds. These sounds are beyond our hearing range. But will this cat detect it? We can't hear a thing, but this is what the cat is hearing. It's hard to pinpoint high-pitched sounds, but it soon focuses on the mysterious sound. Got it. When they hunt, sound is especially important because these sounds are very specific. They are the kind of sounds mice use to communicate with each other. So, when a cat hears this sound, it knows a mouse is nearby. But it's not all in the ears. A cat's eyes are also tuned for hunting fast-moving small prey. That's why their pupils have such an unusual shape. Most mammals, including large cats, have round pupils. But our domestic cats and other small wild cats have vertical pupils. That's because most of them, like this small sand cat found in the deserts of North Africa, are ambush predators. They lie in wait and pounce on small mammals at close range. And because their eyes are focused near the ground, their long, narrow pupils are perfect for judging distance when attacking. So, a cat's special eyes are the feature of an ambush predator. Our domestic cat shares the same type of vision as its wild relatives. There is another sense that is key to the success of all cats, a sense that helps them find their way even in the dark: their whiskers. These whiskers are incredibly sensitive, with up to 200 nerves at the base. Recent research has shown that many mammals use them not just to judge distances. They can use their whiskers to create mental maps of an area. Let's set a challenge for a kitten to find its way through a complex maze in pitch-black darkness. We can only see this by using a specialized camera. In just 60 seconds, our cat completes the task with ease. These super senses help a cat succeed in the humid jungles of Costa Rica, the snowy wilderness of Alaska, and in your backyard garden. Our kittens are now 4 weeks old and are honing their new superpowers. This is an age of discovery, though things don't always go according to plan. And they are starting to play, testing their agility, speed, and reflexes, things that will soon turn them into graceful animals. Practice makes perfect. It's easy to see why we love cats, but how did our love for cats begin? How did we become closer to cats than any other species? The cat's journey began 11 million years ago in the forests of Southeast Asia. Here, the first cat prowled the tropical rainforest. The closest living relative of that first cat still exists today, the rare and elusive clouded leopard. They were such successful hunters that cats soon spread out and inhabited forests all over. And as they adapted to new landscapes, they evolved into many strange and beautiful species. The tiny sand cat lives in the desert, the fishing cat navigates only through trees, and the strange-looking palaces cat plays hide-and-seek on the rugged plains. Cats exist in almost every corner of the earth, but they were once wild and shy creatures, often avoiding humans. But then something happened that changed the story of the cat forever. Long ago, in a region of the Middle East called the Fertile Crescent, humans first began to grow and store grain, and this attracted hordes of hungry mice to their villages. They loved to eat the grain, making themselves public enemy number one. A bold cat came to our rescue. The wild cat, the closest living relative of the domestic cat. It stood as high as our knees and was slightly larger than an average cat. To catch the mice, a few daring wildcats ventured closer to the villages, and over time they were gradually domesticated.
Initially, cats helped us eliminate pests, but the Egyptians had a special connection with animals. They saw them as a transition between mortals and the gods. And something about the cat's detached nature intrigued the ancient Egyptians. The same thing that many people today associate with ancient Egypt. In 1890, a large shipment arrived at the ports of Liverpool, carrying 180,000 mummified cats. They were later sold at auction at the port to be used as fertilizer. This demonstrates the enormous number of cat mummies in Egypt. But not every cat was sacrificed. Many were lucky enough to escape and were brought onto sailing ships to chase away mice. They spread throughout Europe, and later, as missionaries began to travel the world, their cats came with them, spreading to every corner of the planet. Useful and charming, the cat had won a place in our hearts and our homes. And in some parts of the world, these newcomer mouse catchers gained an even higher status. In Japan, cats are still worshipped to this day. Legend tells of a samurai warrior who, while passing a temple, was beckoned inside by a white cat. Seconds later, lightning struck the spot where he had been standing. The warrior's life was saved by the cat. Since then, the cat has become a symbol of good luck. We still often see maneki neko, lucky cats, in homes, restaurants and shops across Japan. It's safe to say the Japanese are obsessed with cats. But in the southern part of the country, this love for cats has gotten out of control. The cats are no longer solitary creatures, but have begun to live in colonies. This has forced biologists to rethink what they thought they knew about the domestic cat. This is our Shima Island, also known as Cat Island. Here, cats outnumber people 6 to 1, and they are running rampant. The few remaining people on the island have to lock their doors to keep these feline burglars out. There are also cat fights, their mournful cries echoing across the island. And when the local residents return to the port, they are ambushed. It's not hard to guess what they want. The cats were first brought to the island when a plague of mice was destroying the fishermen's nets. They needed the cats to eliminate the mice. The cats were so good at catching mice that they soon solved the people's problem. But they reproduced so quickly that the locals now had another problem: a cat pandemic. There were too many cats, and the residents had to catch extra fish for them. These all-fish dinners are the reason the cats gather together. When there is a lot of food in a small area, cats can override their solitary instincts and learn to live together in harmony. This has also changed their behaviour in many ways. Just like lions, the female cats here share the duties of raising and caring for each other's young. This has changed how biologists think about cats. It was previously thought that lions were the only social cat species. But under the right conditions, it seems domestic cats can also live in colonies. The domestic cat's ability to take advantage of circumstances has helped it conquer the globe. Today, there are about 600 million domestic cats in the world, making them the most successful of the 37 species in the cat family and the most popular pet. And this, of course, is unlike the world's second favourite pet, the dog, which was domesticated about 30,000 years before cats and was bred for specific purposes. But as the modern era gave us control over rodents, we began to see our feline friends in a different light. About 200 years ago, we started breeding cats not for their skills, but for their looks. On the catwalk today are many beautiful models, like the Bengal cats, which are a cross between a domestic cat and a wild Asian leopard cat. They are bred for their exotic coat. Looking like a genetic quirk, a gene mutation has created this curly coat. And perhaps the strangest of all, cats selectively bred for their hairlessness. On some, even the whiskers are gone. This particular feature has made the Siamese one of the most famous breeds in the cat family today.
The quest for exotic cats has created more than 40 weird and wonderful breeds, but our passion for beautiful-looking cats has taken cat breeding to a whole new level.